Hello students, welcome to this YouTube channel. Now what is a bit problematic today that in the new CBCS syllabus there is a particular kind of focus on the literary texts, but somehow as a student of English literature there needs a good knowledge of history of English literature. Now from the syllabus this particular part of history of English literature has completely been vanished. So that's why the students face too much difficulty in understanding the history of English literature, and at the same time what are the basic references, what are the basic importance of any particular text to the context of the history of English literature. That's why I consider that the students must know in a lucid form the different parts and ages and features of history of English literature and its important topics, and how so far each and every text is considered to be important in the perspective of the literary ideologies and maybe the thoughts. So the series of the lectures that you will find in this particular channel under the playlist of history of English literature, I consider it will be helpful to you considering the importance of the texts and at the same time the importance of the famous or important literary personnel. Okay, so let us begin our discussion with Anglo-Saxon period. As we know that the Anglo-Saxon period is it comes at the very beginning. Okay, so fundamentally what you can find here that in this particular section I have made a particular kind of an outline. What is the outline? You will find that I am considering the British English literature, and here you will find there are different periods of English literature in general. And that's why there comes the Anglo-Saxon period that actually begins with the 5th century, as we know, and then it lasts up to the year 1066 when the Battle of Normandy inaugurates the Anglo-Norman Age. Okay, so after the Anglo-Norman period or the Anglo-Norman Age, you will find there comes the Middle Age, and Middle Age you will find that it runs up to the year of 1400 when you will find that there is the reference to Chaucer. Okay, so after Chaucer, that is after the Middle Age of this particular section of Chaucer, you will find that somehow from the year 1400 to almost like 1560s, you will find that this particular section is being mentioned by Edward Albert in the short history of English literature in the Oxford version. You will find that this particular age has been, or this particular period has been considered by Albert as from Chaucer to Spenser. So there you will get the Elizabethan age. Okay, that means after or maybe from 1560. And after the Elizabethan period, that means the reign of Queen Elizabeth, there comes the Jacobean period and begins with 1603 when King James I come to the forefront. And then you will get, it begins with the Caroline age that is being marked as the Caroline period or Caroline age. And then comes the age of Commonwealth from 1649 to 1660 when there is the particular reference to Oliver Cromwell. Okay, this particular age is also named by Edward Albert as Age of Milton, right? So after the Commonwealth period, there comes the Restoration Age, and it begins in with the restoration of the monarchy in England in 1660, and it lasts till 1700, till the year of 1700. And from the year 1700, there begins the Augustan Age. Okay, this particular age is also named as the Age of Pope. Okay, that is Alexander Pope. And the previous age, that is the Restoration Age, it is also named as the Age of Dryden, that is John Dryden. As we know that these are the eminent writers or authors who actually influenced English literature to move to forefront. And then ultimately, after the Augustan period, there is a particular age that is called the transitional age. What is transitional age? You can identify that the term transition is actually indicating towards a particular tendency that can guide the writers and the readers of the particular age to transit from one particular ideology to another ideology. And he will find here from neoclassical period, it begins with neoclassical period, and then it comes to the romantic period. That is, it is a kind of a movement towards the romantic age. Then there comes the Romantic period, as we know, with the publication of lyrical ballads in 1798. And prior to the publication of lyrical ballads, there is a particular resurgence to 1789, when you will find there is a reference to the French Revolution with its liberty, fraternity, and equality. It actually inaugurated the Romantic period. And it lasts up to the year of 1830 almost, when the Victorian period or Victorian age actually began. And from 1830, the Victorian age continued till the modern age. That means it was the 1910 almost. Yes, it is 1910. And from 1910 almost, that means, or you may consider that it is indicating towards, as we must say, till say or it begins with the First World War. Okay, that begins in 1914 and lasts till 1919. And then after the modern age, it runs up to the year of 1950s or the age of 1950s and so. And then you will find that it is the late modern age, and it actually continues till now. Okay, so fundamentally you will find that so far as the periods of English literature is concerned, fundamentally these are the 14 segments that I will discuss in detail in the next lectures, or maybe the series of lectures. Okay, so thank you.